I think one of the reasons why this was successful is that it was announced only when it was completed. A lot of times there are different contacts and different attempts to reconcile, and some information will leak out and then it will be attacked by people and they'll only focus on the negative sides and not on the positive sides. So I think this was kept very close hold. There were very few people who were aware of it. And I think when both sides were ready to announce it, it was announced and was very successful. And there's no doubt that there are other countries who would also like to move closer to Israel. There's no reason for them to be in a state of belligerence with us. I really think the sky's the limit for the region, and I hope that other countries will follow suit, and I think it's possible much sooner than people think. We were going to declare sovereignty over territories in Judea and Samaria, what much of the world calls the West Bank, and we would also set aside territory for a future Palestinian state if they ever would agree to negotiate a lasting and enduring peace with Israel. And we hope that we will have a Palestinian partner that will do it. And then the leadership of the United Arab Emirates came to the Americans and said, look, we are willing to normalize ties with Israel. And they asked the Americans to suspend and postpone this decision on extending sovereignty. The Americans came to us and said, look, we have a real opportunity right now. We have a real breakthrough that's on the table. And they weren't coming to us with some future promise of something that's going to happen. It was very real. And the Emirates, a very serious country, was prepared to take this bold step. And that's when the Prime Minister of Israel decided, you know, this is the right thing to do for Israel. And therefore, we suspended our move to extend sovereignty into those territories of Judea and Samaria. And we are focusing right now on the process of engaging with our Arab neighbors. There's so much good that we can expand throughout the region. So we would like to complete that. And then we hope that there were other countries and other leaders who will also have the courage to step forward and to make peace with us. There are positive forces within Palestinian society. And I think this move by the Emirates will actually strengthen those forces over time. And I hope that one day there will be the Palestinian King Hussein. There will be the Palestinian Sadat. There will be a leader with the courage and boldness of Mohammed bin Zayed who can come forward. And I think then we will all benefit in this region. And I think we took a great step forward, not only in peace between Israel and the UAE, but ultimately for a peace between Israel and the Palestinians.